run up and get done up in here.
Welcome to the gun show. That'll get you demonetized right there.
Right there. This is going to get us demonetized for sure right here, because this right here, this is insane right here, bro. Let me tell you something, brother. You need to head over there. The gun show is that way.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all of the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk. I'm joined, as always, by my brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing quite well. And how are you?
I am doing quite well myself.
May I introduce the first of his name, producer of Drunk Banthas, and writer for all synopsis and analysis videos, Alex of House Grayson.
Oh, wow, that was a really nice introduction. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Today, if you can't tell from these accents, it's Swords and Shields Sunday. We're talking about...
Oh, we're not talking about Patriots? Oh, my bad.
We are not today. We're gonna check us out on our sports podcast next week. But today we are talking about episodes 7 and 8 of Rings of Power and House of the Dragon, respectively. To this week was pretty good.
You know what?
And
You're right. And if you liked that movie, you need to like this video. You know what I'm saying? And I said movie, but it was a television show. I just bombed this whole fucking episode right now.
But yeah, that pretty much wraps us up. Thanks guys for watching.
Like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day. Happy Columbus Day or whatever. Indigenous Peoples Day. And
today we are talking about some British accents, some swords and some shields, and some
rings,
some
or
betrayals, and some threats of war.
Yeah.
Before we get into
ashes, and we're talking about ashes too.
They got some ashes, dust.
Man, I wish I had
it's actually this is actually one of the few episodes where somebody didn't burn up on House of the Dragon. So this is kind of
you know what? Very astute analysis. Sir.
Before we get into House of the Dragon, let's briefly get into Rings of Power. Not a lot happened this episode, but I still really liked a lot of the character building, and we did get back in touch with the characters I've been looking to see more of, like Durin and the Harfoots. But what did you think of this? This 70 last episode of Rings of Power season 1. I brought it back. If you guys have been listening to the podcast.
Oh my God.
70 last episode.
Man, let me tell you something. This is a terrible show. But people come here for analysis and breakdowns. So I'm not going to bore you with the fact that I don't like it. Because you probably don't like it either. But what I will tell you is I felt like this episode was... No, you know what? Screw that. You can go to Heavy Spoilers. He's got a great video about the breakdown of the video. Of the episode. But all I can say is I don't like this show. The show was very slow. The last episode I thought, ooh, this is the redemption song right here. Okay, the next 2 episodes are probably gonna be bangers. Just slap, slap, slap. Wrong. Wrong. I was wrong. I'm sorry I gave you a little of hope out there in the YouTube land. If I gave you any hope last week, I apologize, because this was terrible. It meant nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. They could have did everything that they did in this episode in the last 5 minutes of the last episode.
Yeah, the show definitely has a pacing problem, but I wouldn't say nothing happened. They just, it's just been paced really.
What if I told you every episode for this show has been more than the budget has been more than Deadpool 2?
It definitely has a really big budget. That's something.
No, every single episode.
Yeah, it's like $1 billion show. Yeah,
one episode is more than a damn one movie.
Yeah. It's
okay. So this is the product that you're getting out of that much money. I'm just saying, it's kind of fucking.
Yeah, I mean,
disgusting.
shit. What's it called? There's. I mean, yeah.
It's just kind of disgusting.
Money like
It's
doesn't
all-
make your movie better.
No, but if you have a
TV
great
show, you
movie,
better.
if you have a great movie, and they give you, or if you have a great television show, and they give you a fucking a lot of money, you should be able to make that the most amazing television show of all time.
I guess. I mean, but you know, like,
But no, I'm
because
saying
money
they
is
just
the fuel.
didn't have
Money-
anything good at
Im-
first, so therefore the money isn't able to enhance anything. It's just a very beautiful turd. It's shot very well. All the actors are phenomenal. Everybody acts in this is great. I don't have any situations where I'm like, man, that was just terrible fucking delivery of lines. Or, like, because sometimes that happens on good shows. Or you'd be like, hey,
Right.
that one actress or that one actor, and you're like,
Yeah.
man, they just don't do it for me.
I'm not a fan of Halbrand, the actor who plays Halbrand. He's like, eh. I've never seen a scene where I was like, oh man, he acted his ass off in that scene.
That scene where they made him cry at the end, is that Halbrand?
He's the king that everybody thinks is Sauron or whatever.
Oh, we talked about this. He don't get to do anything. He didn't get to do anything in this episode. You don't see him until he's found to not be dead at
Yeah.
the very end of the episode.
Yeah.
What does he say? Nothing.
I'm hurt.
Ow. Like, bro, you can't like somebody who ain't never got to say anything. We still haven't even really seen him fight.
Yeah, we didn't get to see him fight in the. Well, did we?
He just like was riding on horseback. You know what I'm saying? Like slapping
Right,
a couple
yeah,
niggas, but like we haven't seen him like fight.
Right. Yeah, we didn't see him get like Aragorn crazy on the field. But I do like just getting into the episode. I did like the moments with the Harfoots, and we get even more evidence that Gandalf is probably the stranger is probably Gandalf, and the mystery of these three creepy fucking Nazi people. I don't know with the weird blonde.
Yeah, the SS soldiers. Of the Ring.
yeah, the Iron
SS
Eagles.
Soldiers of the Ring. That's the next prequel from Jeff Bezos' catalog.
But I did really like all that creepy stuff, and like the fun stuff with the Harfoots. Just like I don't know why, because I wasn't, when I was a kid, I wasn't a huge fan of Frodo and like the what you call it.
It's because you were
Hobbit
homophobic.
stuff. I was, yeah.
You didn't appreciate their gay marriage together, their gay love affair. That's all it was.
My mind was just wasn't open to same-sex marriage at the time. But no, yeah, like it was like I just find like the relationship between Poppy and Nori really cute, and Sadok, the black like sort of mage of the Harfoots, he's a cute character, and I like that they're just like, fuck this, we're gonna go help our friend, in the face of like true evil with these these crazy monsters who are.
I mean, look, I guess my whole point is that anything dealing with Numenor in this show, or Numenorians and elves, well, not so much elves, but just Numenorians are boring.
Yeah, the
It is
Numenor
boring
stuff.
fucking.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know.
The Numenor stuff is the slowest stuff, and unfortunately, it's the stuff that they spend the most time with on the show, which is
The gods have cursed me. Have cursed me with the ability to talk to you, YouTube, and have the ability to talk about my favorite things in the world, and that is television
television,
and movies.
movies.
And now I have to talk about this god awful show because it's newsworthy and they've spent so much fucking money on it. There's no way I can ignore it.
Yeah, I feel bad that you're hating it so much because I am
terrible.
actually, I'm enjoying like most of it. It's
Listen,
like
people,
75% of it.
I fucking wake up
really
early in the fucking morning. Man, some of y'all watching it at midnight. I can't do that. But I do get up early in the morning and I watch this show so that I can then talk about it with this fool.
I've decided to
And
stop
then-
watching. Oh, okay.
And then it sucks the way it sucks Do you understand? I have to go to work right after that. It's depressing. I just spend my time watching all this shit. I could have did anything. Could have masturbated. Could have.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's your.
I could have ate some food.
But yeah, like
I could have did anything. But now I have to watch this show.
I did decide to start watching it on Sundays, just like before I watch Game of Thrones, because I was like, why am I rushing to watch this before work? I'm not gonna like it's I can watch it all. Why not watch it on my fucking all day?
If I do that, I might not end up watching it. See, that's I can't do that. I can't do that because I might be like, well, I ain't gonna watch this. I ain't gonna watch this. Oh, Alex is only waiting 15 minutes. I guess I better watch this.
But did you like the like who do you think that those like crazy blonde-haired folks are that are clearly chasing Gandalf? Or,
I have no fucking clue.
The stranger.
They're probably the creators or some kind of wardens of the creators of the wizards or the people who are the wizards. I don't know what they call them because I'm not a nerd.
Well, yeah, I wasn't sure if you because I know that you're.
No, I'm just. That's for you people.
I know that you're. I forget which because British accents and swords and shields. I forget which one that you've read ahead on. If it's this or.
Well, I've never read any of this Lord of the Rings stuff.
Okay.
And I've never read any of the Game of Thrones books. I just listened to all the lore stuff on YouTube. And then I did just start
with the new encyclopedia.
I did just start the audio book of Fire and Blood.
Fire and Blood. Oh, really? How is it?
It's actually really good. Yeah, you should check it out.
I should check that out.
Or I can give you my.
Oh, I don't know. Leave it in the comments if you feel. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Nigga, what? We'll leave in the comments.
Oh,
what?
if you feel like I should like read ahead, or if you feel like I should just like watch the show and experience it that way. What do you think?
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's a book, so you can stop reading as soon as you get to where you are already.
That's true.
So you don't have to like worry about that shit. Don't worry about things like that, bro. You're wasting time. Your brain capacity. You could be thinking about other things. Penny just came and sat next to you.
Aw, she's sweet. What about the like? Speaking of characters we do like, what did you think of like the Durin thing? Durin and his dad, Elrond, convincing him to mine into the mithril mines.
I love all of that. We can get more of that. We could do more of that stuff because it's leading more to what's about to happen. I feel like, and it's less corny. Even like when they did the ending thing where they just changed it from the Southlands to Mordor.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that was stupid. It doesn't you haven't seen anything like that in the entire fucking show. And they just did it.
Yeah, that was really poorly executed. But what will we call it, my lord, if we're not going to call it the Southlands? Like,
he doesn't respond at all. And then all of a sudden it just says Mordor up there. Can we at least get him to say Mordor? Like, can he say it? And then it be on the written up there? Like,
right. That's like that scene from Fantastic Four, the movie, the one that I haven't seen, the newest one, where it's like, oh, we should call ourselves something fantastic. Like, and then the movie ends. It's like,
it does that?
Yeah, apparently that's how it ends.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
haven't seen it.
Maybe when the new one comes out, we'll watch it to roast.
And that's a big maybe. And we're gonna need 1,000 subscribers. If we
that's years from now. Yeah, we got
get us to 1,000 subscribers in the next. By the next episode that we have right now, if you guys get us share and like and subscribe, if you get us to 1,000 subscribers, we'll cover the second rendition of Fantastic Four.
I've been reading a lot of Fantastic Four lately, and it's depressing because it makes me want to go watch a Fantastic Four movie. But I was like, they're all bad though.
Yeah, don't do that. You'll be mad at the books. You'll be mad at everybody again. You'll be like, why didn't y'all just do this?
But speaking of books and Thrones adaptations, let's get into House of the Dragon. At the top of the episode, looks like Corlys is sick and injured. He's not in this episode. He's gone. He didn't show up, right?
No, he didn't show up.
Okay,
he's on his alleged deathbed.
Yeah, he said that he was showing up in like 3 days. But we'll see if he actually
half dead. That must mean that he showed up and then Rhaenys went to King's Landing afterwards. So she probably knows that he's gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like she probably seen him, talked to him a little bit, like, oh, this nigga good. Like,
right,
he gonna be fine. I'm gonna go up in here and stunt on these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I think that might have been what was the case. That might have been the case a little bit. I don't know. Might be a bit of a reach, though, my lord.
Well, it does seem like Rhaenys does have a little bit of an agenda. I mean, she's obviously still upset with Ray and Daemon because she thinks that they killed her son, and
very deeply so.
And she's losing people all around her.
I would like to say that Rhaenyra did not lie, and she said she did not kill her son, and she did not have anything to do with his death.
Yeah, that's true. But it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf. Rhaenyra right now, because it's like, well, like she lied about so many other things, like the legitimacy of her sons and whether or not she fucked Daemon back when she was 17. It's like, now who really wants to believe you about this?
These are acts of a child that you recount to judge a woman in her years of learning.
No, I'm and not just disparage. I'm not like
You better not be trying to talk shit about Ray. Hey, don't you be trying to talk shit about Rhaenyra Targaryen up in here. This is the House of the Dragon in this motherfucker. We will not stand for treasonous talk in this motherfucking court.
But these are the things that Rhaenys is thinking about. She's not going to try to be listening to reason. That's fair. I think that she has a revenge on her mind. Well, what do you think? Do you think that that's
sorry? There's that song. Every every single morning I got murder on my mind. That's how that's. I don't know how to.
Trouble on My Mind by is what popped into my.
So that's why when you said, well, that's how Rhaenyra waking up like, every single morning I got murder on my mind. You know what I'm saying? That's how this whole family apparently is waking up like every day. They just playing that shit. Like that song is about a dude killing his best friend and dropping him off at the hospital.
Yeah, so that pretty much fits in with the regular storyline to Game
I think they should do some kind of like audio rendition of that song and make it like.
Hey, if this was Westworld, definitely
right? This would be ripe for the picking, my lord. You're correct again, my lord. You really are. You really are quite entertaining fellow.
But yeah, then Ray and Daemon, this is like they're like I mentioned before, Ray's legitimacy of her children is called into question, and they kind of have like a sort of a Maury Povich paternity test in the court, where everybody just gets to like.
I like it. More of a Jerry Springer situation.
Yeah, because it
got about that action, boss. Got about that action. Yes. The whole family's there. It's like a reunion.
Yeah.
A family reunion. And you know what happens at family reunions? Somebody got to get into a fight.
Yeah, somebody got to get into a fight. But before like the actual fight breaks out, everybody is claiming their legitimacy to the throne. Saying whether who has higher, more of a right to the throne. And then Viserys shows up, just kind of. Walks into court with the cane. He's like, we didn't mention this before, but Viserys looks fucked up. He got like the Two-Face face going on.
We said we weren't going to talk ill of the king.
This is just straight up facts. He looks like warmed over
dog
shit.
Of the king, my lord.
I guess that's pretty bad. That's all.
You said he was fucked up. That's what you said. You said this nigga looked fucked up.
Yeah, he looks awful. And it's a
sad thing. See such a jolly, good-hearted king surrounded by a bunch of fucktards who are just killing him slowly.
Yeah. But shout out to Patty Constantine, who is doing an incredible acting job. We get to see how much energy and like liveliness he does have, like at the beginning of the season, and now he's He's playing old feeble king really well.
Do you go by Patty if it's just my opinion, my question to you, your opinion?
Yeah.
Do you go by Patty once you've become famous? Do you just keep going by it, or do you just,
I don't know.
become an adult and go by Patrick?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Probably just go by Patty, right? Like I guess it depends on like
Patty cake, bakers, man.
because maybe it's one of those situations where like some people go by their screen name, like but apparently Robert De Niro goes by Bobby, but he goes by Robert,
Bobby, Bobby,
or Bob.
I'm sorry, I have to do my
So maybe it's like that. Maybe he goes by Patrick on set.
on set. He just does the Patty thing because it's been getting him work.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there was already a Patrick Constantine at the guild when I joined.
All right, that's enough of a question now. That's enough of my random questions.
Oh, by the way, guys, if you like Patty Constantine, check out the movie Girl with All the Gifts. Great zombie movie. He's incredible in it. Check it out. But moving right along, Allison seems to be constantly yelling and slapping her terrible kids around. Aegon apparently rapes one of the servant girls, and it's alluded that it's not his first time. So he's grown up to be an even more terrible adult than he was a kid.
All ripe for the taking, my lord.
It's weird because he kind of even looks like the older version of him looks like younger version of Aegon or Aemond.
Yeah. No, they did a terrible casting job there.
Right?
I mean, just not get this little shrimpy fucking dopey wide-nosed kid that looks nothing like the fucking kid that you had before. You could have just kept using the kids you had before if you were going to just do this.
Right? Yeah, they look the same age. It was very jarring. If it wasn't for the eye patch, I would have not known that those were the
right. No, definitely. And also the weird menacing, like, dude looks weird. He looks like how like child molesters and serial killers look all at the same time.
Wait, which one? The
Aemond,
yeah. Aemond, yeah. It's like I like the casting of the new like the time jump Aemond because he looks very scary. Like you said, he doesn't even have to say anything.
I love it, and because of what's foreshadowed, it's foreshadowed. Man, they're doing a good job of doing some foreshadowing because it's foreshadowing so much that's going to take place in the future. Mm. And we had a lot of standoffs with him and Damon. Aemond and Damon.
Aemond, Damon, and Vaemon. Oh
so Uncle Damon.
These names.
And nephew Aemon are going to... You want some camera time? Is that what's going on? Nephew Aemon
puppy shop
have
for
a
you,
lot
Rachel.
of things to come in the future. As we know, this is going to be... They're basically going to become generals in this great army.
Okay.
In this great battle. I mean, they're the positions that they hold, they would have to become generals in an army during a time of great battle. Battle for glory.
For glory.
And name and title. And land. And to protect the realm. From those who would come north. I mean, come from the north.
Yeah,
to come from the north.
Is the now like is the Song of Ice and Fire? Is that to? I'm assuming like the threat of the north from the north is like the White Walkers and stuff and shit, and they're talking about the winter that happens in last season of Game of Thrones, right?
Right. Well, think about it think about how the books came out, right? The books, Fire and Blood. That's what we're watching, right? And then you have the Song of Ice and Fire that came out, right?
Right.
That is what Game of Thrones is. The TV show.
Right.
So think about if as a person who's read the books, you know what I'm saying? Obviously neither of one of us have. Think about how great this show must be to them. Because now you're seeing it like you've already seen, this one thing play out, but this now is playing out and you already know things that have happened, but I think people are enjoying it. Like I've said that I'm enjoying it. Like I know what's going to happen, but I feel like they're explaining things that we didn't know.
Right.
Because they're doing it so closely, they've taken away things, as you've seen. They've taken away certain things from the book, you know. But it's not too far off. I would give it like a 89% accuracy rating at this point.
Okay. All right. Yeah, like that's pretty close. And adaptations changing things doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be worse. Obviously, like The Boys is really well praised, and they apparently changed a lot of stuff. So yeah, like in adaptation, there's always going to be some things that change a little bit. And yeah, I'm liking everything that I've seen this season so far. To end this episode, we
gotta end the episode.
Before the end, actually, there was the moment at court where Vaemon straight up calls Ray Ray a whore, and Daemon was like, "That's my baby mama."
Chopped his head off.
And
first Viserys asked for his tongue.
Oh, that's right.
And I was surprised he didn't just tell one of the Kingsguard, "Hey, go over there and cut his tongue out of his head."
Right.
But I was happy that he didn't, because Daemon was like, "Wop wop."
Yeah. Do you think that Daemon, after Viserys said, "I have your tongue," do you think that Daemon aimed it so he would was like, "Let me cut off the top of his head so I have this smooth ass line to say"? Yeah. Does he still have his tongue? Yeah.
I do think so.
You think so?
Yep.
I think so too, honestly. That seems like his.
Also, I think that Aemond admires his uncle, but also wants to fight him, wants to kill him.
Yeah. I think Daemon also admires Aemond. Like the way he looked at him as he was walking away. It was like, this cheeky little fuck.
No, I think he was looking at him like, I wish your motherfucking ass would. Now you messing with them little boys over there. That's cute. That's cute. Come on over here and fuck with your old Uncle Daemon.
Aemon had a fucking growth spurt, didn't he, man? Like after 6 years, he grew like a lot.
Yeah, I guess riding on Dragonback makes you fucking strong and tall,
right?
Dragon steroids or something.
I get that they were trying to show that, and I like that moment in the last episode, like we mentioned, that we see the turn of him turning into a sweet boy to just like, fuck that, I'm woo tang. I'm taking it.
He really was. He was like, woo tang, woo tang, protect your fucking neck. But he didn't protect his. He didn't take his own advice. He got his head. Yeah, he got his eyeballs cut out of his head. Got an eyeball cut out of his head. That's sad.
Whew. Yeah, and it looks like I thought also, that him and sorry, what were you about to say?
I just wanted to say that you must be reminded that in Game of Thrones, the television show, and I believe it's also in the book, Renly Bolton says to Greyjoy that this will not end well. Like
right.
You think that there's some kind of happy ending about to happen. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, this whole situation will not end well. And we get that scene where everybody, is supposed to make up. How did you feel about that scene where the king makes everybody make up? And it seems like genuine. Did you feel like it was like all genuine until the king gets all crazy and tells Alicent about the song? Well, halfway tells Alicent about the song on Ice and Fire.
Right. I did like that whole moment. Like the dinner party seems sweet. It does seem like Ray and Alicent have legitimately buried the hatchet. Even when Alicent says like, "Oh, your words have moved me," like I thought it was actually really funny when after she said that, you see Daemon like head peek up behind Ray like, "Say word." Like I thought that was even like a intentionally comedic moment. But yeah, it was like a genuinely sweet moment.
All the way up until the kids who are too fucking poisoned by their parents. Well, not kids poisoned by their parents. The fucking, I ain't even calling them Targaryens because they the goddamn Hightowers.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers are the Steve Hightowers. And they over there.
Hightowers with Lannister sensibilities.
For real, man. Like, it's crazy. Also, we noticed Lannister on the court at one point.
What did you think of, like, the juxtaposition? I mean, like, the...
You didn't say what you thought about the king's death.
Oh, actually, before we get to the king's death, what did you think of because I do want to talk about that. You see Jace and Aemond kind of have a similar moment where they can be assholes while doing a toast because they feel slighted. Jace takes the high ground. Aemond takes the low ground, like morally
Because
speaking.
they've been raised to be different. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, man. The Hightowers ain't shit. Like, I'm Team Rhaenyra. I told you I was Team Rhaenyra at the beginning, all based on the little stuff that I knew that was in the book. And I'm still Team Rhaenyra, man. Which is also sad. All of this is so sad.
Yeah, I would have expected Daemon to be more like what I'm expecting Aemon to be like now. From the beginning of the season, it's like, oh, he's going to be that little evil trickster. But no, after one episode, I'm already way more afraid of Aemon.
Oh yeah,
but
be afraid. Be very afraid.
Oh God,
he is like.
I think it's the eye patch.
He's one of the most badass dudes on this show, and his uncle is probably the most badass dude on this show. Psh.
Jesus.
You saw what his uncle already did. Nigga took on a whole goddamn army by himself.
Yeah, he's definitely had the biggest flex like we've seen like on the show. He's like we've seen his skills in battle
So
more
the king
than anyone else.
And the king.
But yeah, now we're the king has finally died. The king has finally died. Yeah, it was a really, really sad scene. It was very like real. It didn't feel like most like death scenes in movies. It was just like yeah, we just see his last little moments,
and we die sad.
Yeah, it was really.
No one wants to die.
It was really, really, it was really, really sad. Like, not even like, not movie sad, but just like, like depressing and, I need to call my papa.
This the growth. I need to call my dad. I'm gonna call my mama. I need to call family.
Yeah,
family's everything. We like calling everybody. Can't we just put everything behind us? We haven't had a fight. We haven't been fighting about anything. Look. Just don't argue with me right now. This is important. You've been watching Game of Thrones, and you've been watching House of the Dragon.
I watched the episode too. I just got off the phone with my mama.
It's like, please get off the phone. Just get off my phone.
But yeah, what did you think of that whole last scene? That was the last moment of the series. You think he's really dead?
Yeah, I think he did.
Okay, because I thought he was dead in like a couple, like at what's his name? Ray Ray's
never
wedding?
saw him actually. Well,
we didn't see him die there.
No, that nigga died.
He's probably
that
dead.
nigga said my love. He must have been talking about. I think he was reaching out to someone. No one said this yet so far. So I think he was reaching out to his first wife.
Yeah,
because he said my love.
Yeah, boom. Yeah, because he never really stopped loving her. I think in the last episode, Allison said that he still like called her Emma or whatever her name was.
Emma.
It was Emma. Yeah. So some of these normal ass names be throwing me sometimes, like Emma and Carl. Like it's like goddamn. All right. We got a fucking Jeff.
Sir Jeff. It's Sir Jeff. Y'all keep calling me
Luke.
Jeff.
That was another one, Luke.
It's Lucerys. It's Lucerys. They just shorten it to Luke.
Yeah, but it's like, well, I guess I can't say nothing. I
it's like Edark and Ned. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right? Yeah.
Come on.
I can't say nothing. I'll call Rhaenyra Ray. So
you do.
But what do you think is going to happen?
Despite my disdain, you do it quite frequently.
Hashtag Ray's kids. What do you expect is going to happen now? Because I feel like this is going to be very similar to Game of Thrones after the king died, and we're trying to figure out who's going to be sitting on the throne.
The songs have died, and the dragons will dance.
A little reference from the book.
I don't know
Guys.
I might be. I probably said it wrong.
It's close enough.
The songs have started and the dragons will dance.
I do remember the dragons will dance.
The dragons
That
about to
part
dance,
is- that part
goddamn
is
baby boy. Let me
on.
tell some boy. Let me tell some. Now, spoiler alert: if you don't want to hear this part, you can skip to the next part of the video. But this is almost over. So anyway, just like and subscribe. But spoiler alert: Rhaenyra in the book, she like gives birth to this baby, and it turns out it's like has a dragon tail, and it was all mangled, similar to what they said Daenerys's firstborn child looked like when it was born. So very interested if we get to actually see that, or if it's just said like it was said in Game of Thrones.
Right. And I'm assuming it also is stillborn in the like Ray's.
Well, it was twisted and mangled. That's what they said. Twisted and mangled, and they had a tail of a dragon.
I wonder what that means. Like, if there's ever like one that actually lives.
I don't know. Hadn't seen it.
Haven't seen it.
Shout out to the company, man. Hadn't seen it.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if they decide to explore that at some point. I'm assuming they're not going to in this show because that never really happens. Like someone actually giving birth to a dragon. But leave it in the comments if you want to see that shit. Want to see a lady giving birth to a dragon?
I definitely want to see it. Are you on Team Bill, which is Team Rhaenyra, essentially?
I want a whole series devoted to the dragon birth. But it's like real. You know how a childbirth can last like 12 hours? I want 12 episodes. 12-hour-long episodes.
So you want a Lord of the Ring, you want a Ring of Power episode of House of the Dragon? Is that what you're saying?
I want 24 meets House of the Dragon. Each hour of the birth. I want us right in there with the Maesters.
Oh my God. Fucking kill me now.
Guys, thank you for listening this long to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We try to do this every once in a while. So go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, and you can go ahead and get updates on new videos and episodes of the pod. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little dragon babies, and may the force be with you.